Something immense is already traveling toward your existence, far greater than anything you have permitted yourself to imagine, and its appearance will completely defy your expectations. Take a quiet breath and stay with me for a brief moment, because I possess a very specific understanding of what the recent chapter of your path has felt like. You have petitioned for a monumental breakthrough, not a vague improvement, but a tangible, structural shift capable of reshaping your daily reality. Yet, almost automatically, and without realizing it, you began dialing down your hopes, conditioning yourself to expect less so that the sting of disappointment wouldn't cut so deep if nothing materialized. I am not here to offer you another empty declaration that good fortune is on the horizon and leave you hanging, as so many messages before have done. Instead, I am going to reveal precise reasons why a reality this grand can reach your doorstep and still seem utterly insignificant. You will come to see why major transformations rarely announce themselves with grand fanfare, feel the true magnitude of what has been constructed on your behalf, and acquire the essential tools needed to receive a massive blessing at its full scale, rather than shrinking it down to fit your comfort zone the moment it arrives. Consider a subtle habit you likely practice every day without noticing. An extraordinary opportunity presents itself, and within seconds, your mind manufactures a reason to dismiss it as unremarkable. An encouraging figure or promising metric appears, and you immediately round it down in your thoughts. There is a psychological framework behind this tendency. It is not genuine modesty, but an ingrained self-defense reflex that has been quietly editing down every piece of abundance attempting to reach you. Realizing this should bring a profound sense of relief, because it proves that the diminished nature of what you received was never the true proportion of what was sent. It was merely a defensive filter standing between you and your delivery, and unlike your core identity, a filter can be dismantled. If this truth resonates within you, acknowledge it inwardly and let us venture further together. This message is meant for a specific individual, and identifying yourself in these traits provides the solid ground you need today. First, you are someone who has harbored a quiet belief in something far greater than your current environment for longer than seems sensible, keeping that vision hidden inside. Second, you have recently observed subtle, curious alignments, a forgotten name surfacing, a locked doorway suddenly unlatching, or a specific numerical sequence appearing repeatedly, yet you hesitated to take them seriously for fear of setting yourself up for heartache. Third, whenever genuine good fortune strikes, your body reacts with a sudden bracing tightness, as if instinctively awaiting the inevitable drawback before allowing yourself to celebrate. Fourth, you routinely rationalize away positive events after they occur, assuming they were mere flukes or temporary illusions. Fifth, beneath all this emotional management and inner restraint, you still hold one deeply personal desire that you have never voiced to another human being, an aspiration you deemed too vast, detailed, or too ambitious to directly ask for. Consider the historical account of a young man who was given a breathtaking preview of an extraordinary destiny involving immense resources and authority that far exceeded his humble origins. Yet, rather than coming to fruition right away, that grand promise vanished for years, buried under betrayal, false accusations, and an unremembered favor while sitting in a prison cell. What most people overlook is that the magnitude of his promised future was never reduced. It was intentionally hidden away for a precise duration, so that he could mature into someone capable of holding and distributing such overwhelming abundance. You currently stand in that very same position, holding onto a vision that has seemed buried for far too long, wondering if it dissolved or was merely a delusion. It was never lost, and the mechanism that keeps such massive gifts feeling invisible right up until they land is finally becoming clear. Observe this recurring loop in your own life. Something wonderful occurs, but before you can even register the joy, your mind diminishes it as a coincidence or something far smaller than it appears. You label this as pragmatism, remaining grounded, or shielding your heart from pain. However, being practical does not require you to deflate every piece of uplifting news before experiencing its actual weight. This is simply a learned impulse, and because it was acquired, it can be unlearned. This psychological dynamic can be called the decline effect, a state where perception once capable of apprehending reality in its fullest splendor grows progressively dimmed, filtering even monumental blessings down into manageable, safe proportions. Small children do not operate this way. A young child encounters something wonderful and absorbs its complete, unadulterated magnitude with pure wonder. Research into brainwave states confirms that young minds inhabit an expansive, receptive frequency that most adults gradually lose. As the years pass, that full-spectrum perception is steadily dialed down through countless minor life lessons that teach you to approach good news with suspicion, to brace for impact rather than marvel, and to discount every blessing before it can let you down. This inner dimming is not a flaw in your character. It is merely an impaired instrument within a fully capable individual, explaining why an immense blessing currently entering your life can feel almost imperceptible. You are not failing to notice something small. You are viewing something massive through a lens that flattens everything it touches. The doors reopening and the alignments appearing were never minor coincidences. They were true blessings being edited down by a dimmed instrument. To shift this, recall a vivid memory from your early childhood, a moment when something felt truly enormous, whether a holiday, a gift, or an ordinary afternoon that radiated extraordinary magic. Hold that memory for a single breath and feel the shift in your chest. That spark is not mere nostalgia. It is proof that your original capacity for wonder remains intact beneath the noise, ready to register reality at its true scale once again. The dimmed instrument represents only half of the challenge you have faced. Two distinct inner mechanisms have contributed to this dynamic, researched from entirely different perspectives. One addresses turning your dimmed perception back up to full strength, while the other addresses the space needed to hold what clear vision reveals. They function sequentially. One restores your capacity to perceive, and the other expands your ability to retain. Returning to the story of Joseph, remember that before the storehouses were opened, he endured 2 full years in isolation after doing everything right, forgotten by those he helped. Those 700 mornings of waiting without a single visible sign were not a sign of failure. They were an active, necessary construction period. A storehouse vast enough to sustain a nation through severe famine cannot be erected overnight, nor can it be managed by someone who has not been refined by patient waiting. This reflects the storehouse principle. The internal capacity you possess dictates the timing of what arrives far more than your effort, your worthiness, or the intensity of your requests. An extraordinary blessing intended for an unready vessel will wait quietly in the background, allowing the season of waiting to perform its vital structural work. You can recognize when such a season is reaching its turning point through 3 distinct indicators. First, the waiting stops feeling chaotic and begins to reveal an underlying order, with small events unfolding in a sequence too precise to be random. Second, those around you begin to sense a quiet composure within you that was previously absent, often noting it before you recognize it yourself. Third, the lingering anxiety that your hope will never materialize recedes, replaced by a deep, quiet sense of readiness. If even one of these signs reflects your current state, you are not at the beginning of your journey. You are standing at its threshold. Envision a mundane morning a few months from now. Without any dramatic warning, you check a message or an account, and instead of instantly downscaling the news, you simply allow it to exist at its actual scale. You experience the weight and joy of it in your body before your intellect can construct doubts. You refrain from explaining it away or waiting for the other shoe to drop. You simply sit with the true magnitude of what has arrived. That grounded version of yourself is not an unreachable dream. She is separated from you by a single shift in perception. Consider the metaphor of a seed planted in the soil. For a long period, nothing appears above the surface. There is no stem, no leaf, and no visual proof that anything was ever planted. Yet suddenly, the ground opens up, and what emerges is vastly disproportionate to the tiny seed initially buried. There is an old term representing a harvest gathered after an extended, unseen growing cycle. The harvest was never smaller than the seed promised. It simply remained hidden while executing crucial underground work. You are currently navigating that final underground phase, where the ultimate outcome was already encoded into the seed from the beginning. It is natural to feel hesitant if past promises seem to yield nothing or produced results far smaller than anticipated. That skepticism is not foolishness. It is evidence of experience. However, the point here is not asking you to blindly rely on a specific outcome, but rather highlighting a consistent framework that repeats across countless lives. While no one can give you an exact date for when the ground breaks, the structural order of internal transformation remains unyielding and universal. Beneath the first reflex lies a second, even quieter pattern. Whenever you articulate a hope or prayer, you instinctively downsize the request before even finishing the thought. You ask for just enough to get by rather than expressing what you truly desire, labeling this habit as modesty or practical restraint. True humility does not demand that you minimize the genuine longings of your heart. What you are actually experiencing is a reception ceiling, a mental boundary constructed early in life after a moment when holding big dreams resulted in pain, embarrassment, or criticism. That ceiling went up to keep you safe, capping not only what you receive, but what you even allow yourself to imagine as possible. While the dimmed instrument flattens the size of what arrives, the reception ceiling limits what you dare to seek in the first place. Two distinct barriers locking two separate doors. Asking for just enough was never true modesty. It was simply a ceiling keeping the room smaller than the foundation was built to support. To begin dismantling this, state clearly, either aloud or within your heart, the absolute full-sized version of what you have been downsizing, bypassing the safe compromise to name the real vision. The discomfort you feel while doing this is simply the resistance of the ceiling, not an indication that your vision is wrong. To dismantle this boundary permanently requires consistent practice. Speak the reduced compromise you have been settling for, name the unedited, full-scale truth underneath it, and then declare your readiness to receive the full reality rather than the scaled down version. Consistently counteracting the urge to shrink your hopes breaks down the ceiling through the same repetition that built it. Expanding your asking capacity addresses the ceiling, but removing a ceiling does not automatically mean your body knows how to settle into what flows through the opening. This brings us to the physical aspect of the pattern. When something truly wonderful occurs, an immediate urge arises to do something with it, to downplay it, explain it away, or distract yourself with a new task, anything to avoid remaining still inside. The sheer scale of the moment. You might call this staying grounded or avoiding bad luck, but genuine serenity does not require constant motion to evade feeling. This reaction stems from a state of chronic, low-grade hyper-vigilance driven by the demands of modern adult life. That persistent tension occupies the precise internal space required to hold something vast without rushing to shrink or evade it. When that space is consumed, your capacity to absorb blessings shuts down even after the ceiling has been raised. This nervous system overdrive is why you can mentally aim higher and watch good things begin to enter, yet still feel physically unable to rest within the magnitude of what has appeared. A child handed a magnificent gift does not immediately try to manage or rationalize it. She simply holds it with open wonder, exactly as large as it is. Reflect on the experience of a dedicated nurse who spent weeks feeling as though nothing was shifting, continually tempted to abandon her efforts. Yet after continuing quietly, she noticed a subtle change when her daughter pointed out how comfortably she had begun accepting help and positive outcomes without defaulting to her usual dismissive deflection. Without any grand event, she had simply begun allowing good things to settle into her life. The years where blessings felt reduced were not due to a shortage in what was sent, but a physiological state that could not comfortably hold abundance at its true scale, causing you to shrink endless good things down to a level your nervous system felt safe maintaining. Your practical integration is straightforward. The next time something encouraging occurs, refrain from acting on it immediately. Do not minimize it, explain it, or pivot to the next task. Sit quietly within that reality for 1 full minute, observing any internal urge to flee the moment. Imagine an immense, undeniable good placed directly before you, and notice that nothing inside you moves to diminish it. Your breathing remains calm, your chest feels open, and the quiet around you feels complete rather than empty. 2 paths lie before you, one where you habitually deflate every good thing that reaches you, and another where you hold abundance at its full weight without flinching. The gap between these 2 states is not about whether you deserve good things. It is simply a matter of opening an internal channel that was closed long ago. If you wonder why this current season should mark the turning point when previous ones did not, the reason is direct and practical. A season does not shift merely because time passes. It shifts when the 2 locks, the dimmed perception and the reception ceiling, are no longer simultaneously engaged. In prior seasons, both barriers remained firmly in place. This season is fundamentally different because you are actively identifying where those locks are located and understanding what has held them shut. Applying this awareness changes the equation entirely. Furthermore, a real shift rarely manifests as a dramatic, cinematic explosion. It looks like an ordinary day with a slightly more settled feeling in your chest when good news arrives, or taking one less step to dismiss a positive development before letting yourself feel it. These modest adjustments compound over time until you look back and realize the entire structure of your life has transformed, even if no single moment felt monumental while it was happening. This moment marks a turning point because you are finally identifying the barriers instead of living inside them unnamed. Take a moment to sit with these truths, breathe deeply, and allow these insights to settle fully within you.